d5, queen d2 check, and allows checkmate. Here is Nihal. Queen d3, king b3, queen c4, and the white king is too
Yeah.
weak. c4, queen c3, checkmate. What a game! What a game!
Hi, Bayu. Hi, everyone in the chat. How are you guys doing? We are so excited for the final day of the Chess.com Global Chess Championship. Nihal Sareen in the finals against Wesley. So, this is going to be so exciting. Yeah, finally, we have it here.
We have
Awesome.
it.
So, let's just quickly go through the first moves.
And you know, like while we were trying to fix the board, they had a camera on Wesley. I think whenever he was moving, he was constantly switching back the position, because what I was seeing that he was black like on his screen. So maybe he was making a move and then switching back, to flipping the board to see from black's perspective. At least that's what I saw in the camera. So what is going on? This is typical Petrov, where you just simply play on the e file. White has a little bit more space. White wants to play c4 maybe also. That's why the move b3. Yeah, generally slightly better, but again, black is pretty solid here.
Nihal has to make a move. He has taken on e2, queen into e2 on the board. Wesley playing super fast. Nihal, 17 seconds. Can I take on a4 as per you? Yes, knight a4 on the board, queen g4. All the moves we have been expecting. Is there a defense here? King h8 will be met with knight g6. So queen d7. Queen d7, Nihal very alert to the possibility of knight g6. Now knight h6 means king h8. But what if queen d7, rook d7 and rook e8?
Gh6. Okay.
Gh6, rook f8, check first, king g7 and rook c8. And
True. Doesn't look very nice. Yeah, I simply don't see how Nihal can, because knight g6 I'm also threatening knight h6 on next move. Knight g6 was played. So my idea is to play knight h6. Let's say if you go gh6, then I go knight e7 double check, and you cannot prevent queen g8 mate next move. So hg was played.
hg6 has been played, hg6 and knight e7. Resourceful, but what happens for knight into e7 here? Check.
Bishop e7, and probably you want to play queen h5 then? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can also take rook e7 and do the same thing.
Rook e7. Yes, rook e7 has been played. I think it's game over now.
This is game over. Queen e6 check, and queen h3.
Queen e6, and Wesley has taken the lead in this match. Excellent game by Wesley, even though we are all rooting for Nihal in this match for sure. But you have to give it to Wesley for playing really well right from the opening. The game is about to begin. Clock has started. Nihal opens the game with 1 d4. So we can expect a London. We can expect Ragozin. Let's see what Nihal goes for. c4 on the
Bishop
board.
f4 again?
Bishop f4.
Or do you think it's...
Yeah, wonderful opening choice by Nihal against Anish yesterday. A game he will be very proud of.
We are only showing ideas from black side. It's a little bit unfair, because we should show something with white, but the position looks so bad right now, too. At least for my eyes, that I don't see any plans for it.
Sareen offered a draw and Wesley accepted. So there, the game has been drawn. And I think it's a good result for Nihal after
for sure.
Opening in slightly worse opening for Nihal. I think, and I'm sure that he's not going to repeat the Petrov in game 3, and we can expect a Spanish or an Italian.
Hi Abhijit, it's good to be back for the finals of the Nihal versus So match, and it seems like we are seeing a recurrent thing here. Nihal always going down in the first game, again trailing by 1 point. So I'm not very surprised, although a little worried, but seems like we're on track for another Nihal comeback. Abhijit, imagine playing against Wesley So and giving him a huge advantage on move 1.
Yeah. But I mean, but what to play against Wesley? That is the big issue. Especially, that it's very difficult to beat this guy. Like, Hikaru could not do it in 8 games or 9 games. So, another opponent which is like, I remember once Magnus was playing against Wesley, imagine he looked depressed, like when
Yeah.
somebody asked him like what's wrong, he was like, did you see the pairing for tomorrow?
Yeah.
And he was going to play against Wesley. So yeah, I mean, he has this image where it is impossible to beat, and not only image, but his games as well. I mean, he can play very sharp, like we saw at the end of the first game, but he can also bore you to death.
I'm just going to let the players make the moves here. Try to stick with the live position here. 25 seconds for Wesley.
Queen F8.
3, 2, 1. Queen E7
Oh
with
my
1 second
God.
on the clock. Queen B8.
Queen
C7
B8, Queen
back.
C7. Yeah.
Queen F8, Queen E7 back quickly by Nihal. Rook E7 played. He's
Rook
playing for a
E7.
win. He's playing for a win, but allowed Bishop H4 and B4. Could have
This was very
repeated there.
strange.
Could have repeated there. Is now Nihal under big pressure. Bishop F5 played. Oof. Anything can happen. A4. B into A4. This is crazy. King D5. Oh,
I
wait.
don't.
D5, Queen D2 check and allows checkmate. Here is Nihal. Queen D3, King B3, Queen C4, and the white king is too weak. C4, Queen C3, checkmate. What a game! What a game!
Also saw how excited Wesley got at the end. He clapped. He was like pumped up. As soon as he gave the mate, which you normally don't associate with Wesley. So it also means a lot to him.
Yeah.
I mean, this expression definitely showed that it meant a lot to him. And we have Nihal on the screen. Harshit, what do you think is going on inside his head?
He does look a little despondent here, looks a little sad, but I know that he knows he has to, forget whatever has happened, keep move on. The most important step is always the next step here, and almost we have kickoff. He plays knight f3. Abhijit, I think we might go for this b3. Yes, we do see this. Knight f3, b3 has been played. Wesley, so already thinking what to do here. I think Adiban must be happy looking at this. Rook F7 played. Rook F7 played by Nihal here, trying to put some pressure on these C6, B6, somewhat of backward pawns, but after the move C5 played by Wesley here, as we see on the live board, not a whole lot happening in the position as terms of imbalances go, but Nihal hoping that he can somehow, I think his dream scenario would be to get 4 versus 3, और फिर कल जैसे Anish को he managed to trick, he would hope to play a long 4 versus 3 game and try to grind it out like that. But even to reach that position would already be a big success from this position. And
he offered a draw, and it's understandable. Like, if you don't see it, you don't see it. If you can't, I mean, it also shows that the image Wesley has, the image he has built for himself, so ultra solid. Somehow you just feel like that it's impossible to beat a guy like him in such a scenario. And tomorrow again we'll see you guys at 10:15. You have 4 games to go, all to play for. And yeah, thank you, Harshit. Thank you. Thanks to our producer Niranjan for again putting up all these amazing scenes.